Well, for several days, chemical plants have been dealing with towering flames caused by steam reliability issues. Now, those flarings are causing a horrible odor.
Our anchor, Anthony Antoine, is joining us now live in the studio with some more insight. Anthony.
Yeah, Rashi and Caroline, for several days now, plants in Deer Park and LaPorte have seen sizable flares burning in the sky. Yesterday, for example, Shell Deer Park chemical plant put out an emergency alert saying in part that as the flaring continues, this facility expects to see a decrease in flame size and visibility throughout the end of the week. For those who don't know, flaring helps protect industrial sites and the surrounding communities by burning waste gas in a controlled manner. Earlier this week, the same could be seen from TPC chemical plants, but now some neighbors are reporting the smell of rotten eggs. So we wanted to know just how safe are those odors to the public. So joining us now is Leticia Gutierrez, the Director of Governmental Affairs and Community Outreach for Air Alliance Houston, to talk more about this. Leticia, let's first and foremost talk about your organization and the importance you guys put on safe air for all of us.
Yes, Air Alliance Houston believes that no matter where you live, work, or play, we all deserve to breathe clean air, and that where you live should not determine if you live.
And when you talk about flaring, and especially in the Houston area, this is somewhat common, if you will. And the TPC group says the flaring won't have an impact on the community, but no impact doesn't necessarily mean it's not an inconvenience because they're getting the smell of rotten eggs.
Right. And again, it's, community is starting to feel a little just weary about those types of comments that there's nothing to worry about. These chemicals that they're burning for hours as a result of their facility disruptions, are starting to become the norm. And so, we are asking for them to, for our legislators to rein in some of these pesky polluters, as we call them, for their lack of preparedness. We're deeply concerned, and despite them saying that this industrial flaring is not harmful, we don't know the extent of the toxins that they are emitting in the air on a constant basis. The smoke itself does contain dangerous soot pollution, what scientists call particulate matter 2.5, which anyone can Google. Particulate matter 2.5 is actually one of the most dangerous air pollutants out there, especially for vulnerable people, those that are immunocompromised, small children, people that elderly, or anyone else who has upper respiratory issues. We get a lot of complaints and reports from nearby residents having breathing difficulties, asthma attacks. This also has, can exacerbate any sort of heart issues. So again, we don't know the full extent of the air pollutants that they are emitting during these flare events until TPC and Shell Deer Park post their incident reports. So, what we also know is that, they are going after their federal operating permits for both of these facilities, and they're currently up for renewal. So we're hoping that EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, will look at these types of incidents that should not be the norm. And so we're calling on TPC and Shell Deer Park to be good neighbors and to, stop these types of incidents and prepare a lot better than they currently are. Because the other part to this is that, they are allowed by our state regulators to omit certain types of chemicals. And so we are diligent in also going up to our state legislators and our representatives to do right by us and by our health.
Leticia Gutierrez, thank you so much for your insight here this evening. Thank you.